Hi, I'm Charlie, a cute little cat who started life living out on the streets with my mom and 8 siblings. We were cold, hungry, and scared. We lived in the western suburbs, and in September of 2012, we were found living under a porch. The nice lady who took us in saw how skinny and sick we were. She knew she had to get us help, so she called Pet Project Rescue, and they saved our lives. We were all vetted, spayed and neutered, groomed, and given lots and lots of food to fatten us up. Today, my mom and all my siblings are all off the scary streets and in warm and loving homes, thanks to the fabulous volunteers from Pet Project Rescue. I'm still looking for my forever home, and I know it's out there. When I go to new places, I'm a little nervous at first, but it doesn't take long before my curiosity gets the best of me and I start to explore. I'll sit on your lap because I adore people and all of the attention they give me. I love to have my head scratched, and I give the best kitty headbutts ever. I like to play with toys and can entertain myself for hours. I am FIV positive, and I would do my best in a home with another FIV positive cat, or in a home where I would be the only cat. I'm a little guy who is looking to fill an empty lap, and you're home with love.
Several Great Danes pulled from a Minneapolis home are getting a second chance. The dogs are on their way to a rescue organization after spending their lives in awful conditions. Those animals were found in a hoarder house that was just a mess.
Yeah, it was so bad that some of the dogs had never seen the light of day until Minneapolis Animal Control rescued them 2 weeks ago. Rachel Slavic is following this story. She joins us now. Rachel, this is so heartbreaking when you look at this.
Yeah, and for Minneapolis Animal Care and Control, it is one of the largest and most unusual cases they've seen this year of animal hoarding. And what makes this so different is the breed of the dog. If you've ever seen a Great Dane, you know that they are not a small animal. So imagine 10 of them living in a small home.
Hi, sweetie.
Physically, there aren't many signs of neglect.
Would you like some help?
A bite mark here.
It's healing. It's just going to take weeks.
Another small injury there.
This came in kind of infected.
But it's the emotional wounds that are all too apparent.
These dogs were in deplorable condition.
This Great Dane is one of 10 young dogs taken from a Minneapolis home, forced to live in their own filth with very little human contact.
They never had to play, they don't fetch, they don't walk on leashes, and so it was almost as if they were treated as objects as opposed to living creatures.
Good boy.
Years of neglect that are already starting to unravel after 2 weeks in animal control.
They would shake even if you touch them, to now some of them play, lick my hand, wag their tail.
But dogs not used to human hands still cower, even on a day that marks a new beginning.
Good boy. Here we go.
Great Dane Rescue will take 5 of them for rehabilitation with the hopes of finding their forever home.
Mostly it's socialization and them learning how to be a dog. That's a big part of it. They have to learn nobody's going to hurt them.
A tough introduction to life, but a future with endless possibilities.
They're going to find homes where people love them.
Now, there were 2 puppies which have already been adopted out, and there are 3 other dogs that aren't quite ready to be taken to rescue. And it is very expensive to rehabilitate these dogs, so anyone who wants to help should go to our website, WCCO.com. We have a link to Great Dane Rescue.
Good. I think there are some people that want to help already. What do you know about the homeowner? I mean, that house was disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the homeowner is going to face criminal charges, possibly for animal neglect. The city believes the owner was trying to breed these animals, but apparently was not successful in doing so, which is why there were so many dogs that went home.
Man, woman, how old, do you know?
They would not give any information on that until the charges come down.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Annie. I am a Great Dane who also had a rough start in life. In November of 2012, Minneapolis Animal Care and Control received a complaint about possible animal hoarding. When they investigated the small home in Minneapolis, they found me and 9 Great Danes in a deplorable living condition. Both the upstairs and basement had floors covered in feces, urine, stuffing from destroyed furniture, and other debris. My 3 brothers lived in the basement with piles of trash stacked all over with just paths between the piles for them to walk. My sister and I have been bred many times and our living conditions were appalling. When we were rescued, we were terrified of everyone and of everything. We sank to the ground and refused to stand or even walk. When touched, we would flinch, and we did our very best to move away. Human touch, compassion, and love were foreign to us. When Anne from the Great Dane Rescue of Minnesota and Wisconsin came to meet us, she said that in the 40 years that she was involved in rescue, she had never seen such emotionally damaged animals. 2 of the puppies were adopted right away, and the Great Dane Rescue of Minnesota and Wisconsin took me, my 5 brothers, and 2 sisters into their care. We had to be lifted into the van because we were so tightly packed on top of each other. When we arrived at the Great Dane farm, Anne had to pry each of us off the pile, slide a lift strap under our bellies and another under our chest. It took 2 people to pull each one of us out of the van, and then we were carried into the yard. Anne was worried that we were not able to walk. After a few minutes in the yard, we looked around, stood up, and started running. For the first time in our lives, we had grass under our feet, the warm sun on our back, and fresh air to breathe. Over time, with a lot of patience and love, we became independent and needed to learn about the real world, so we were placed in foster homes. When my foster mom, Heidi, first met me, she knew that I had been through a lot. She said my eyes looked sad and my crooked tail made her heart heavy. For the first 2 weeks, my foster mom hardly left my side. It was difficult for her to get me into the car and take me to the dog park because I did not like getting into a dark car. My foster mom made the inside of her car brighter than the garage, and that did the trick. It took some time to get over my fear, but we did it together. When we first started going to the dog park, I wanted to stay close to her at all times, and I hated walking in anything that resembled a filthy place that I'd come from, even if it was a puddle of water. I now greet the people and their dogs warmly at the dog park. I walk beautifully on a loose leash, and when I'm off leash, I am comfortable to run around and explore. I'm also much more comfortable at home, and I love that my younger foster sister taught me how to counter surf. Yes, we can be naughty girls. I greet my foster mom at the door. I sit for treats, and I sit nicely as dinner's being made. I will be forever grateful to the Great Dane Rescue of Minnesota and Wisconsin and my foster mom for helping me gain trust, confidence, and to learn how to give and receive love. I'm ready to find my forever family, and once you bring me home, you'll wonder, who rescued who?